Hello, and welcome to the Arts Society, Royal Leamington Spa. First of all, I'd like to introduce ourselves. The Arts Society in Royal Leamington Spa is a member society of the London-based Arts Society, which forms a network of over 90,000 people, all sharing an interest in the arts and our artistic heritage. Here are just a selection of the 380 Art Society branches, and as you can see, although the Art Society is mostly a UK organisation, there are member societies across Europe and even as far afield as Canada and Malaysia. The Leamington Spa Art Society was started 27 years ago. You might have heard of it as NADFAS, which stands for the National Association of Decorative and Fine Art Societies, which is how it used to be known. The Art Society offers a range of activities, but in this presentation for the History Fair, we're going to focus on how we help with conserving our local heritage and bringing it to life for the community. The two main ways in which we do this are through heritage volunteering and trails of discovery. I'll start with heritage volunteering. Heritage volunteers help to conserve and protect our heritage. For many years now, our groups of volunteers have worked on various projects in local galleries, museums and churches. There are many tasks which the professional curators and conservators often do not have the time for, which Art Society volunteers can help out with. As you will see, this gives the volunteers the opportunity to be involved with the conservation of a wide range of artefacts. Once a project has been identified, volunteers are asked to come forward. There's no need to worry about not having had previous experience, as arrangements are made for any training that volunteers might need. The Art Society head office can recommend expert conservationists to undertake this. Groups agree a time to meet, usually one morning a week. They keep a diary so that there is a record of all the work and the number of hours it has taken them. One of our very dedicated groups of volunteers has been working at Leamington Art Gallery and Museum since 2004 and was still working right up until lockdown. 2 of the 6 original volunteers are still regular members. They've carried out a number of projects over the years, some more than once. One project involved 18th and 19th century samplers. The volunteers checked the condition of the samplers before mounting them on bespoke padded boards, having flattened them with glass weights. A selection of the samplers were then displayed in the museum. They have also checked the condition of the costume collection, which was then either repacked into boxes made by the volunteers or hung on padded coat hangers, which they had also made. Another project involved cataloguing some of the 1,000 fashion prints which formed part of a private collection given by Francis John. The group also designed and made a quilt for the museum's World War I exhibition, which is now on display in the Beamish Museum in County Durham. In 2016, the group at Leamington Museum won the West Midlands Museum Volunteer Award. The award was not only for their length of service, but also for the variety of work they had undertaken and all the skills they had learned. They were also presented with a Gold Star Award by NADFAS, as it was then, in recognition and appreciation of their outstanding promotion of heritage volunteering. In 2017, the Art Society was approached by All Saints Church to see if we could assist with the conservation and repair of their wonderful collection of Victorian ecclesiastical embroidery. This included large altar frontals, chalice covers, pulpit falls and collection purses. A textile conservationist was approached, and the church applied for a Heritage Lottery grant to help with the cost of the repairs. The volunteers couched down the gold thread which was coming undone and then covered it with a very fine dyed netting so that the repairs would be conserved. Again, they constructed tailor-made padded coat hangers so that the copes could be stored safely. The volunteers hoovered dirt from the altar frontals before repairing the embroidery, and again covered them with netting to prevent any further damage. Here are two collection purses, before and after repairing the frayed gold embroidery. 2 years later, after many hours of work, our 6 volunteers finally finished. During the work, the church held an exhibition of some of the artefacts at Leamington Art Gallery and Museum. At the end of the project, a display banner was put up in the church which tells you all about the conservation work that our volunteers carried out. This group also won a prestigious Gold Star from the Art Society. Our volunteers have also been hard at work since 2010 at the Herbert Museum and Art Gallery in Coventry. Projects have included working with items in the costume collection, such as this child's linen dress, checking the condition, repacking and logging entries. Another interesting project was to remount the stuffed bird collection. Projects can take anything from a few weeks to many years to complete. For instance, in 2017, 2 of our expert needlewomen undertook the repair of the Mothers' Union banner in Barford Church. The gold thread was coming loose and the fringe had deteriorated. And after some advice from our textile conservationist and 79 hours of work, the banner was looking like new again, and the church held a service to thank all those involved. Another slightly shorter project, this time taking 46 hours, was carried out in 2019 at the Lord Leicester Hospital in Warwick. 4 of our volunteers cleaned and conserved the weaponry collection, consisting of swords, rifles, Zulu spears and halberds. They removed dust and grit and, where necessary, applied a surface cleaner to remove light rusting and stains. The items were then polished with Renaissance wax to a fine, clear shine. But volunteering is not all hard work and elbow grease. It's an opportunity to get involved, learn new skills and meet new friends. And most importantly, the sessions always involve a cup of coffee and a chat. Every other year we hold a lunch, which is a chance to meet people from other groups, maybe with different skills, and to talk about the projects they've been involved with. Unfortunately, work has had to be paused for the time being, but the volunteers will return as soon as it is safe to do so. The other activity that we do, which focuses on local history, is to produce Trails of Discovery. Trails of Discovery started as church trails, which are for children aged 8 to 12, and the Art Society in Leamington Spa has compiled 6 trails at Coventry Cathedral, St Chad's in Bishop's Tatchbrook, the Church of St Leonard at Charlecot, All Saints Church in Harbury, St Peter's Catholic Church in Leamington, and most recently at St Mark's in Milverton. As you can see, they follow a similar format. It's a way of leading the children around the church, and by looking for answers to questions and drawing pictures, they learn a lot about religion, history, art and architecture, and notice details they might have missed. The trails are then left with the churches for future use. We also produce answer sheets accompanying Adults Will Be Pleased to Know, which also give more information about the church and its history. The trails engage not only with the church, but also with local schools and youth groups. The Trail of Discovery at St Mark's in Milverton was launched with a local brownie pack, and here they are, looking for answers. Just like the children, the volunteers putting the trail together learn lots of interesting facts, both through their research as well as through observation, as they go around the church with an inquisitive eye looking for suitable question matter. Trails of Discovery have broadened their scope to include other places of worship and historic buildings, and also town trails, which follow a similar format. Another development is memory trails. Memory trails are for people living with dementia. The memory trail is designed to evoke memories and prompt conversation as people go around a church or other place of interest. There are no answers, just conversations about memories. The memory trail can be available at the place of interest, but can also be given to care homes and day centres to use. Before lockdown, we'd started working with the Arden Art Society to prepare a memory trail at Temple Balsall, and we very much hope that we will be able to complete that in the future. Of course, the Art Society has a range of other activities. Most notable are our monthly illustrated lectures. These are given by top experts in their field who are carefully vetted by the Art Society to make sure that they are the very best. In more normal times, our lectures take place at the Royal Spa Centre, where there is plenty of room for everyone to listen in comfort. But until we can return, we have an expanded programme of online lectures. They've worked very well, and we've even had an online guided tour of the old East End of London. As you can see, our lectures cover all aspects of the arts and are really very wide-reaching in scope. And more often than not, there's an historical element involved too. We always welcome visitors, so if you'd like to try a lecture, do get in touch. We also go out for day visits to places of interest, such as recent excursions to Woburn Abbey, Blenheim Palace, Stoner Park in Oxfordshire, and Hughenden, the home of the former Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli. Yet again, more history. Sometimes we go further afield on short breaks, like this one to Yorkshire, or Berlin, where we visit places of cultural and historic interest. Last, but not least, is an area known as arts volunteering. In the past, this has focused on supporting young creative people, for example by giving bursaries to students at Warwickshire College. And here are two recipients, Jem Crook and Sophie Ryan, with their work. We've also encouraged art activities in primary schools. In 2019, we organised a children's competition in collaboration with the Leamington Art Gallery with the theme of spring to celebrate the reopening of the Pump Room Gardens. The children used found materials for their artwork, which was exhibited at the entrance to the art gallery. However, the focus has now moved to supporting arts initiatives for people of all ages, and we are very pleased to be helping to fund the latest instalment in Leamington History Group's series of films about the history of Leamington. I hope that this has given you a flavour of what the Art Society in Leamington Spa is all about. Please do get in touch if you'd like to know more. You can speak to Sean, our chairman, for any general inquiries. Anne is our contact for heritage volunteering, and Margot is our membership secretary. And of course, it's all there on our website. Thank you for listening and hope to hear from you soon.